Hello, my awesome and amazing Scorpios. It's Mel with Blue Scorpion Tarot here to bring you another general collective reading. Messages from your specific person. What is it that they wish to say to you? We're going to find out, calling upon the trusted ancestors of my Scorpio viewers and subscribers to bring in the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth through the power of the numbers. And so it is. Power number 4. Number 6. And the number 7. Okay, so going to the number 17. Some of you Scorpios could be 41, 46, 47, 61, 64, or possibly 67 years of age. You could have been born in 1961, 1964, 1967, 1971, 1974, 1976, or possibly 1977. You could be dealing with an Aries or a Taurus born in the month of April. Others of you might be dealing with a Gemini or a Cancer born in the month of June. Another group of you could be dealing with a Cancer or a Leo born in the month of July. And some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn or an Aquarius born in the month of January. Strong Sagittarius energy coming in through the number 14. Aries and Scorpio coming back in through the number 16. Picking up on Gemini, Virgo, and Aries again through the number 1, and more Aquarius energy through the number 17. If you have been in no contact, if this has been breadcrumb communication between you and this specific person, again, how may they be thinking and or feeling about you, whether or not they're dealing with a third party. Trusted ancestors of my Scorpio viewers and subscribers, what is the overall general collective message, please? From Scorpio's person unto them, show me what's up. Oh my God. Scorpio, you're coming in as the Empress. Wow, they want this brand new, big, beautiful beginning. Fair warnings, forearm. This is also considered a pregnancy card. There could technically be a pregnancy that's going on in this moment, or an impending pregnancy, to where something could be the twinkle in your eye right now for you female Scorpios. So, however, this person is seeing you above them. A lot of you Scorpios are rising to the top. You have big dreams, big goals. You're not ordinary, you're extraordinary. And I feel like this person finally realizes that you're different in such a beautiful way. But they didn't see it. They didn't see it before in the past. Nope. They took you for granted. They definitely want a fresh new start. A reset, basically. Got the Fool card. Could be dealing with an Aries. They feel foolish for treating you the way that they did in the past. They've been heavily conflicted. We have a 5 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini more specifically. They're in their own battle, their own mental war right now, mentally and emotionally. You could also be dealing with Pisces, Aries, Libra, Taurus, and again, Aries energy coming in through the Fool card. So again, wanting to have this big, brand new, beautiful beginning with you, but I think they're a little bit intimidated by you, Scorpio, because there's something in your energy or your frequency that is going to the top. However, some of you guys may also have royal lineage, royal ancestry. You definitely could. It's going into the Hidden Truth Oracle. Why do they want this new beginning? What's going on here? They're waiting for a sign from you, but don't reach out and communicate with them. They'll come to you. You're the one that's coming in as the Empress. Male or female doesn't matter. I feel like they're waiting for some kind of sign or synchronicity. I want to examine that. I will wait for a sign from you. Take a look at that in just a moment. The timing just wasn't right for us. Listen, there are no coincidences in life. The two of you were supposed to meet one another. It was fated and destined to be. In some cases, for example, if this person was dealing with somebody else, or let's just say they were in a marriage, they could still be in a marriage. I do feel like there's a kindred spirit between the two of you, but if they had to wait to get out of another situation, I get it, okay? There's just some provisions that need to happen in the 3D reality, okay? But everything is destined and divine timing. So I'm not in agreement with their viewpoint. And I just heard a car honk in the background, so confirmation. I'm not in agreement with the fact of the timing just wasn't right. No, every move that we make is divinely orchestrated. Every single thought that we have comes in at the right timing. When we keep speaking over ourselves that I am in the right place at the right time in order to see the signs I need to see. There got some kind of nervous tension here. Because with the character of Tyrion, he's a little shaky because in the background there's like this dragon that's in the dark, right? And he's trying to illuminate the cave or wherever the room he was in and trying to make friends, make friends, shall we say, with the dragon. It almost feels like they're a little bit intimidated to negotiate with you, Scorpio. Trying to come in and negotiate with the Empress or the Emperor, okay? They're a little bit intimidated because, again, you could be going through some form of a glow up, or there's a glow up in the waiting of the wings for a lot of you, okay? Focused intention, disciplined mind brings results. But this person, they're a little nervous. Let's see. I will wait for a sign from you. I will wait for a sign. Oh. Interesting. Well, it's a great card. It's actually a card of good news, recognition, achievement, advancement. I will wait for a sign from you. Okay, so, this, it's almost as if they're waiting for you to get to some status. I just said something here about a glow up. There could be, for example, there might be a post you might randomly make. Maybe if the two of you are still connected on a social media platform, or for a fact that they have a way of looking at your social media, some kind of recognition. It almost gives them the green light to make communication. They could still be uncertain, some of them who are still insecure, uncertain if you are in fact the one that they're supposed to be with. They go back and forth because no matter what, they're magnetically drawn onto you. And it's almost as if people are giving you recognition and it gives them a sense of comfortability of something. Now, stick with me here. it gives them a sense of comfortability to be able to come forward. Well, if everybody's going up to Scorpio and Scorpio's going through this glow up, they're making big boss moves, they're doing great things with their life, and well, maybe that could be like the icebreaker that I need in order to talk to Scorpio, because everybody else is giving Scorpio some kind of recognition, blah blah blah. Okay, so whatever the sign is, they could also be seen too. What I'm hearing from spirit, I'm seeing number sequences. I'm seeing the 222, the 444, 555, 888. They could definitely, and I'm also seeing 1313. They could be seeing signs or synchronicities, or energetically, even if it's something that's not going to end up being publicly, okay? Because not all of you want to be in the spotlight, Scorpio. However, it's almost as if this person has underestimated you. But I feel like they are hearing your name. I feel like they are hearing your name in social circles, or just your first name. They could be out and about. They could be seeing, you know, somebody's name tag and it has your name on it, whatever. There's something here about signs or maybe synchronicities. So the first example is they could be waiting. This sign that they need is when, you know, the world starts to give you some kind of public recognition, Scorpio, to some extent. Okay, that's not going to be for everybody, but a lot of you Scorpios are exceptionally talented. You guys, you know, all of you guys are talented in some way, shape, or form. But for those of you who are writers, dancers, actors, singers, you work with your hands, you have big dreams. A lot of you guys love to cook, or being a daydreaming of a chef, or maybe having your own, like, you know, like a Food Network show or something like that. Maybe a lot of you guys have been thinking about starting up your own YouTube channel, things, so on and so forth, if you get where I'm saying. Your social status, Scorpio, is going to go to the top. You're going to be recognized by a lot of people, and this person is going to see it. It's going to be a wow factor for them. They may not know exactly what to do with the information at first, but it could be part of an icebreaker. Like I said, not all of you are going to go through that. Not all of you want to be in the spotlight. A lot of them will just step up to the plate, and either they'll text message you, DM you, they could send you an email, or traditional phone call. This timing just wasn't right for us. No, everything is divinely orchestrated. They were just wanting to do things their way. Had a lot of control issues. They had a lot of control issues before in the past. Illumination. Whatever's hidden in the dark is going to come to light. We have the Sun card. Some of you guys are dealing straight up with a Leo. I will say this, Scorpio, you outshine them all, but their long-term intentions towards you, 10 of Pentacles, bottom of the deck. Foundation, structure, stability. Your financial status is also going to go on the rise too, Scorpio. Keep working at it, okay? Don't give up. Don't give up in the process. But with the Fool card, because it is card number 0, in some cases, they could reach out to you today. Okay, they could. Because the Fool card is, again, it's a reset. It's like Carpe Diem, seize the day. So keep your faith right now. Okay, watch your thinking, because your person is picking up on your thought transmission. You're sending them thoughts every single day. Okay, and if your thoughts are going back and forth and wavering, and you're feeding into 3D circumstances and 3D reality, you're only giving energy to that instead of giving energy to the long game here. End game, end result. Because this is a marriage proposal here too with the Sun card. But I feel like whatever they had been suppressing is going to come to the surface. So some of them could open up to you today or very soon here and start expressing how they've been feeling. So an interesting read today. And mind you, we got 3 retrogrades going on: Mercury retrograde, Saturn retrograde, and Neptune retrograde. So in regards to Saturn retrograde, listen, if this person does not pay off their karmic debt and start doing right by you or right in their life, planet Saturn's energy is going to hit them up like nobody's business. And the Saturn retrograde goes for quite a while. It's kind of like a get out of jail or free pass, okay? You know, it's like they have it's almost like with planet Saturn being in retrograde, it's like they're on an energetic parole, okay? They have to come forward and come clean with the truth. And also too, making sure that you guys are also paying off any past karmic debt, okay? You know, so yeah, having to be mindful here, taking full responsibility for our actions. But yes, Saturn retrograde, when it goes direct, if anybody who has not stepped up to the plate, they haven't admitted their faults, they haven't, I'm telling you, planet Saturn doesn't mess around because it's the planet of karma. Yeah, because planet Saturn will crack the whip on them. They feel, if they were, there's a little bit of insecurity that I'm picking up here, is like, they feel like if they were to give you some form of recognition that you would crack the whip on them, or, you know, maybe be harsh or sharp with your words. They don't know what kind of response, but there is a child energy here. Like I said, fair warnings forearmed. This person may also definitely want to start a family with you. We did see the 10 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, and we also have the Sun card. Now, some of you guys may also have twins, or you could give birth to twins, for those of you in childbearing years. But there's a sense of innocence. It's almost as if they get a little bit giddy or like a kid when they think about you. You know, it's like you put like butterflies in their stomach. But when I see the child card, I also think of youthfulness. Scorpio, you're not aging. It's almost like you guys are aging backwards. Again, wondering how you retain your youthfulness. Well, you know, when you pay homage to your trusted ancestors, they will keep you looking young. They will keep you looking young. Prayer, meditation, meditation, guided meditations to, shall we say, stop the energy of time passing us by or aging, you know. Scorpios will say this: look like you're aging backwards, but you're also quote unquote aging gracefully. You know, but a lot of you are retaining so much of your youthfulness, and they feel like they're a kid again when they're in your energy. Because you have that glow, you have a natural glow, you have a natural energy about you. And I feel like they're craving to be in your presence again. I also do feel whoever they've been dealing with, this person has been losing their hair. They're getting a bald patch. Whoever the karmic is basically their energy frequency is making your person look like they're aging. Puffiness under the eyes. Maybe you've seen some recent updated photographs of your person. They could look a little bit more puffier in the face. They could be, you know, getting a beer belly. You know what I mean? They could be getting more, not beefy, but, you know, bloating up and everything. Not taking care of themselves. Yeah, that's what happens when you're around a karmic person. You do not take care of yourself that well. You let everything go, and this karmic really isn't anything to look at. No, they're not. But they're showing me some of these partners of yours, they're losing their hair. There's a bald patch. They're getting overweight. They're looking sluggish. They have a sallow, kind of like a sallow look, or almost like some of them have like a grain look to their skin, you know. And if they had any addictions, like drinking addictions or you know, maybe even massive smoking addictions, you know, those addictions could have increased, you know. Um, but yeah, there's a youthfulness here, and it's almost as if when your person's back in your presence again, it's almost like they will restore their youthfulness with you. So yeah. It's a really interesting read today. I've never had kind of the energy go this way where I'm picking up on so much. And I think a lot of it has to do with Neptune in retrograde and also Mercury retrograde. Because retrogrades kind of have a tendency to, the energy's all over the place. So, but they see you above them and they're waiting on a sign or synchronicity. Or a lot of you Scorpios are going to be in the public eye. And they're not going to be able to resist you. They're trying to hold out for a high expectation here. This is about raising standards. Again, they feel like they have to get on your level because they're thinking in their mind that you're going to have some high expectations of them. Well, you know what? They need to step up to the plate. But they're overthinking. Got a self-imposed prison of their thinking. Now, literally, I mean, your person, you know, for a very small percentage, somebody could be incarcerated here. But, you know, the bottom line, it's really, I look at this as the Eight of Swords. They put themselves into a stuck position. It's really their thinking. They're second guessing themselves, their approach, what they're going to say to you, because they know they screwed up royally. Now, this is an odd message, but I'm going to call it out. Some of them could end up going to prison if they're not paying the child support. I don't know if certain states still do that, but bottom line, it's really about their thinking. They're trying to get out of some other situation here. It definitely has to do with whatever third party, person, place, or thing. They're wanting a sense of renewal. They want a renewal with you. But they have to get past their fears. Because they've been really holding back for a long time. Holding back their thoughts, their emotions. I'm hearing Sinead O'Connor in my head right now. Nothing compares to you. Flirt. Yeah, they want to flirt with you. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. But I also feel here, too, that third-party situation, they're watching them like a hawk right now. Yeah, because look at, they need to release somebody. They need to release this ex or this person that they're dealing with, or the person that's going to be the soon-to-be ex, because this third-party person keeps them stuck and trapped in like a prison, you know? I think this person also has like FOMO, fear of missing out, like, and their anxiety is going up too. I'm seeing like the Two of Swords from the After Tarot. There's two men fighting over a woman, and it's like competition. They feel like they have to hurry up or race to the finish line in order to get to you, because they don't want anybody else to have you. Even if they're with a third party, they don't want to be with that third party anymore, because it's like a living hell. It's like a prison for them. But they put themselves into this position. Yeah, I think they're going to be a little bit intimidated by your glow up, Scorpio, but somehow, some way, they'll get some form of courage to open up. There is no one else thinking about you all day. Yeah, they're thinking about you from the time they get up in the morning to the time they go to bed at night. In the past, things move so fast and I didn't know how to trust my feeling for you. They weren't trusting the process. They weren't trusting the fact that you were the one that was supposed to come into their life. This was divinely orchestrated. It was the right timing. Their insecurities held them back. You're very powerful, Scorpio. You're the changer and the transformer of the universe. And so when they finally got a taste of the real perfection of having a real connection with someone, they threw it all out the window. They threw it all out the window. They weren't trusting the process. They weren't trusting the ebb and flow. A lot of them were still in the past too. A lot of them were still, they were still entrapped in their thinking about their ex. They weren't over their ex, or, if they had addictions, or, again, they wanted to do what they wanted to do. A lot of them created like excuses that had nothing to do, that couldn't have been fixed in the connection, etc. They were just looking at that time for a mental escape because they were not comfortable. It's almost as if they were not comfortable in their own skin. That's what it feels like. So now they're waiting on a sign from you, and it's going to have to do with something that you do, Scorpio, that the public or the community could get tailwind, and you're thriving and you're growing, etc. But like I said, that's not for everybody. But a lot of you Scorpios are supposed to be in the public eye and living your best life. And, this person has a lot of catching up to do with you. So they definitely do want to take that leap of faith, but it's like they have this level of perfectionism in their mind, and they don't want to flub anything up. That's the reason why they got a little bit of nervous tension going on here. So if they tell you the timing wasn't right for us, you could just be like, no, actually the timing was just perfect. It was perfect because of ... There are no coincidences. We were supposed to meet. Everything is divinely orchestrated. Yeah. Nothing happens by random chance. Okay? We're constantly manifesting. You manifested this person in your mind, even though you didn't know them in the early stages of the connection, even though you never met them before. You were manifesting for a soulmate. This person came in. They were manifesting for you, even though they didn't know who you were or what you looked like. There is fate and destiny. But now they want to have this big, brand new, beautiful beginning with you. But it looks like they need to get some of their courage. They need to bump up their courage. So they are thinking about you, Scorpio. My awesome and amazing Scorpios, thank you so much for the love and support of my channel and for getting me over 22,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Stick around as the saga continues between you and your specific person. And in the meantime, if you love this content, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. And until next time, take care.